Hey, Buck and me decided we would come out to the Cadillac Ranch on the west side of Amarillo just to see if any crazy people would show up out here today. I don't know if you can hear me, but according to my microphone levels, you're hearing quite a bit of noise. That is wind noise. The wind has been blowing 50 miles an hour practically all day today, with gusts up to 70 miles an hour. And Buck and I, we were thinking, well, you know, it would be crazy if people came out to the Cadillac Ranch on a windy day like this. I mean, some of these wind gusts are getting up to 70 miles an hour. And sure enough, got a few out there. There was more actually when we first arrived. I guess we got here at the tail end of that wave. There was a car that just pulled up, so it looks like there's going to be some more. I wish I could zoom in a little bit closer. It's really hard to keep this camera steady now. Buck is rocking and rolling with the wind here, so he isn't stable. And I'm sure enough not going to get outside because the wind noise would be so terrible. On the microphone, you'd never be able to hear me at all. That is assuming if you can hear me now. It's just been crazy windy all day today. Here we go. So these folks just drove up. You can see that trash on the barbed wire fence is flying like crazy. Two skinny people. Let's see if they've got enough change in their pockets to keep from blowing away. Alright, so they're ready to make the trek. Now he's leaning back into the wind. Oh, come on. Sorry for the obstructions. They're hanging on to each other for dear life. Looks like we've got another vehicle coming up. Uh-oh, looks like she's already worn out. Now the wind is blowing pretty much out of the west-southwest. And this little path in between the parking area here at the fence line and the Cadillac Ranch runs north and south. So it's going to be a side wind to the folks going out there. So now we've got another group. And just arrived. These cars get spray painted a lot. I think it would be difficult to tell to anyone we're trying to spray some paint out there today. Well, for folks to come out here on a day like today, wow, that's some kind of draw. I live clear on the other side of town. On the way over here, I saw all kinds of damage to traffic signals. Some of them were blown sideways. Some of them, they have the little shields over the individual lights and a traffic signal light. Some of those had flown completely off. Some of them were barely hanging on. Some of the signals were turned sideways where you couldn't see them. One intersection, no lights were working at all. People were really having to negotiate their ways through that intersection as best as they possibly can. I saw another warning signal completely blown over. The flashing lights were still going, but the signal itself was on the ground. There we are. Got a new wave of visitors out to the Cadillac Ranch. On a crazy windy day like today. Of course, there's no trees out there in that wheat pasture. No trees anywhere around I can really concentrate on to show you just how windy it is out here. Look down here below at the grasses. That gives some kind of indication. But hey, just the noise around the Jeep. That's something else too. What do you think, Buck? This is Interstate 40 over here. I saw news reports where there were a number of trucks that had blown over due to the gusting wind, high wind situation. One of those was not too far from this area on Interstate 40. Another one was in between Amarillo and Canyon on I-27. Hope we don't have to witness one going off the road out here. Alright, let's go back over and see if we can see one trying to spray some paint. Doesn't look like I'm seeing a lot of empty trash cans, paint cans. Usually there's a bunch of them laying around all over the place. There's quite a bit of rain last night. Wind may have just blown them completely across the pasture. Who knows? See some shiny stuff way out there, some up there. Have to come do this more often. Just not even get out of Buck. I just sit here and watch what's going on. Crazy people coming out in very inclement weather. People always like to climb up on the cars. Still can't tell if anyone's spraying. I'm sorry if I wander off a little bit here. I'm trying to look with my naked eyeballs as well as looking in the monitor, and sometimes I drift off a little bit when I'm not looking straight at the monitor. Well, all right. I guess that's what there is to see and hear of this crazy day out by the Cadillac Ranch. As I go back towards the house, I'll see if, I'll keep an eye out for some damage that maybe I can record. Let you see what kind of seriousness the winds have caused today. People haven't been staying very long out there. Yeah, they still come. Gotta be bunny out there. We got a lot of rain last night. Oh, just missed a tumbleweed. You won't see too many of them out in this pasture. We've got to roll quite a long ways to get here. Steady enough. Well, I managed to get out there a little bit further. Really difficult to hold it steady. Buck is rocking and rolling in this breeze. People are still coming and going. Got to bring out that really hazy looking background on the horizon. It's all dust. It's been kicked up by the wind. And over this way a little bit, probably see a little bit more in the atmosphere. Farmers in the area have started to grow cotton. There's a new variety of cotton that does better in this part of the Texas Panhandle that has been developed, and they've been planting quite a bit of it, and it seems to be this is the time of year to plow up your fields for cotton, which I don't think is a very good idea. Gonna wind up in Oklahoma. Somebody trying to spray paint.